Welcome back to Writing Done Right. Well, today we're going to talk a little bit more about Audacity, and we're going to walk through a tutorial on getting your Audacity install set up for doing audiobook production. So welcome back. I am Tom Morosky. I'm an author and a technology consultant, and on this channel we will teach you all of the little tips and tricks to produce your books, to get them ready to go on out into the world to be read, or in this case, listened to. So we've talked previously about Audacity, and we did a separate video looking at the basic introductions and a little bit about plugins and things like that. Well, today we're actually going to do the tutorial where we are going to install the plugins, and I want to walk you also through the step of creating macros. So what the macros are going to be able to do is walk you through doing a series of effects and other steps that you might need to do. In this case, the requirements for doing an audiobook, we have to have a certain basement level. We have to have a certain peak amplitude. We have to have a certain average wavelength throughout the document to be accepted by ACX, Findaway Voices, or other places that you are distributing your audiobook. In order to pull these off, you are going to need to get some plugins for Audacity, and you need to be able to apply these plugins. So since you consistently apply all of these different effects, then what we're going to do is create a macro so that you don't have to go through and manually do all of the steps every single time. So we're going to set up a macro. After we install the plugins, of course, we're going to set up a macro, and that way you can just pull in the document, push the button, and be good to go. So let's head on over to the computer for the rest. So here we are on the computer, and we are looking at the audiobook mastering page on the Audacity wiki. So this is the page that you're going to want to find, and I found it. Just easily search for Audacity ACX, or I'll go ahead and link this in the description there, or on the article if you're watching it on the website at WritingDoneRight.net. Now from this, you're going to need to get two plugins. You need ACX Check. This is going to be a plugin that will check and verify that your file will meet the requirements to upload an audiobook. Now, what if you're not using ACX? What if you're using Findaway Voices or one of the other things? Well, they all have the same requirements, so just use the ACX Check. The other one you're going to need is RMS Normalize, which is the only one of the three effects that we need that is not in Audacity by default, so you need to install this. Your Audacity does need to be 2.1.3 or greater. That's generally not going to be a problem for any of you. Even you guys running older Linux might still have a slightly older version. In my case, the version of Linux I'm running here, which is Linux Mint 18.3, it does have an older version in the repo, but I am using the latest stable repos to make sure I do have a greater version. So we are going to need to run three filters here. So we're going to show you how to install the plugins. Now, since I use this computer on a couple different user accounts, I have actually installed the plugins in a different manner. I actually did a computer, like a computer master install, which is not the way we're going to go. We're actually going to show you how to do it just the easy way today. And I'll deal with the consequences of that on my end later. The formats that you need are going to be your peaks are no greater than -3 dB. This is what your limiter gets you. You need an RMS between -18 and -23, and that's what the RMS Normalizer gets you. And you need a noise no louder than -60. This is something, there's not going to be a good plugin that's going to do that for you. What you need for this is to have a good audio setup. That's actually why I use the type of mic that I use, why I use a dynamic mic instead of using a condenser mic, which has a much lower basement by default. So this is actually what the ACX checker is going to look like. So first, you're going to follow these links and download the files. I already grabbed them. They're in my downloads folder. Let me pretty up that folder list for you there. And it's going to be these guys here. They are .ny files. No, that's not New Yorkers. It's just as the abbreviation for the name of the plugin installer for Audacity. So let's go ahead and open up Audacity. And we'll show you how to go ahead and install these plugins. Now, if I actually check my effects screen, you'll notice that I already do have RMS Normalize. I should have it anyway. Maybe I don't. I actually need to enable it. And under our Analyze, we should have an ACX. So, hey, good news, I have to enable a plugin. It's installed on the system, it's just not enabled yet. So let's go ahead and first talk about how you install it. Well, you want to go down to your tools and head to the Nyquist, I guess it is, plugin installer. This is just an uploader. You're going to browse to your individual file. So in my case, downloads. So just grab these guys here, hit the open, and then hit OK. I'm not going to click OK here. What this is going to do is it's going to install me for my local user. And like I said, I actually have these installed on the global scale. But once you have it installed, it's not enabled by default. You have to go up and enable it. So head on back up to your tools menu. You want to hit add remove plugins. Now up here, you're going to see that you have a couple of plugins. We have the RMS Normalize. We have, there's a few other ones that I have here that I've also installed on a system level. We won't be working with those because we don't need them. We do need the ACX check. Now you can see here I have them put on this folder directory, USR, share, Audacity, plugins. That installs it globally for all of my user accounts on this computer. Versus if I just uploaded it, then this would appear on the local home user only. But with the ACX check, we're going to go ahead and enable that. And then we also want the RMS Normalize. Not the RMS, but the RMS Normalize. We're going to enable that. Click OK. Now under your Analyze, you see an ACX check option. And under Effects, under 15 to 18, we have an RMS Normalize. All right, so I went ahead and grabbed one of the raw audio files that I'm working with for Synaptergy here as the audiobook, and I don't really care. This is just a sample file that's going to be deleted. So here's actually the audio file layout. Now, of course, you're going to want to go through and edit the file, which this is not edited, but here's what we have. It must have been shortly after 9. All right, so if we were to go ahead and select everything there, hit just Control A and run our Analyze, it's probably going to fail an ACX check. It's probably sitting here going, what did you give me? Okay, so you can see the peak level is -0. You can see this exceeds. The RMS is -25. This exceeds -23. Hey, the noise filter passes because, hey, you know, this clip fails to meet the requirements. So that's actually, bummer. Won't pass the requirements. So that's all right. What we're going to do now is we'll walk through what the steps are going to be to get it to pass. Now, first thing is that your audiobooks, all of your files either have to be all stereo or all mono. I actually generally do mine in mono. So once I get all my edits done up here, I just go ahead and down to tracks, mix, and I mix down to mono. I think I might need to highlight everything first. Mix stereo down to mono. That's an optional step. Now, we're going to build a macro to do the ACX filter all at once. And when I'm going to do that, I'm not going to add the mix down to mono because I also use my ACX standards for doing podcasts, which I want to remain those in stereo. Okay, so first, and you're going to do this in this order. And these are all on that audiobook mastering file. You want to highlight your file, everything in your file. The effects will only apply to what is highlighted. The first thing we want to do is equalization. So when we go to equalization, we go a length of filter about 5,000, and we do a low roll-off for speech. Push OK, and then it's going to do its equalization. This is just going to just kind of clean up just a little bit of the speechiness. The next thing we want to do is under our effects, we want to head on down to RMS Normalize. Now, the instructions say about -20. I usually do about -22. I want it to kind of be a little bit closer to the one side rather than the other. Now, if our clip fails, then you want to come in here and retoggle this around and just kind of play with this a little bit. That's a step you might need to do. So let's go ahead and let this do its thing. This will take a few seconds. And then we're going to get a nice normalization. So you see that it did change the curve quite a bit. Brought it up, which is good because our negative dB was too low. So that brought it up. That's good. But remember, our peaks were over 1, and it's like, oh man, this is going to be super over 1, until you go into your effects here and you hit your limiter. So you can set your limiter where you want it to be. Now you want -3. I usually do -3.5. It gives it just a little bit of a lower bass, gives me a slightly more wiggle room. Go ahead and do this, and you'll kind of see the curve is going to flatten out. This one's going to take the longest, but then you're going to see this very consistent flat curve when it's done doing its processing. Okay, so now with that all selected, let's go ahead and run the ACX check. This should pass. If it doesn't, it's not going to be off by much, and we can just tinker around with those settings just slightly. Usually, though, this setting works well for me. Okay, so left channel pass, 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 right channel pass, pass, pass. Clip now meets ACX requirements. Okay, so that's kind of how you're going to get the clips to pass. But let's go ahead and build a macro, which is going to streamline this. So let's go ahead and undo everything. Hey, I even undid my adding the curve. That's okay. So let's go ahead and go to the Tools and Macros menu. And what we're going to do is create a macro. So we'll go ahead and name, and I'm going to name this guy ACX. Hit OK, and you can see now there's really nothing there. So the first step is to insert. Now, this is a little trick that when you are pulling the effects from your insert command, it uses the last effects you applied. So run a test run first before you run your macros. Otherwise, you have to manually change all of these settings. But if you've already changed them in the process of doing your adjustments, then they're going to show up here automatically. So the first step, remember, is the equalization. So we're going to go ahead and find equalization. This is just a kind of hard to read list of all of the effects we have. So clicking on this guy, you can see it's a low roll-off for speech, focal length of 5,000, and 8880, B-spline. So this is the exact effects that we needed to use. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Now we want the RMS Normalize. Let's see if I can actually search for one. It appears I cannot. So I'm just going to have to manually hunt around for it. We're looking for RMS Normalize. So here it is. So RMS Normalize, you can see independent mode, -22. That's exactly what we had set. And now we're going to do our limiter. So this is called the limiter. Now there is a limiter and there is a low pass limiter. Its limiter is the one we want. So you can see here our threshold is -3.5. Click OK. So now it does an equalization, then an RMS Normalize, then a limiter. If you wanted to, you could add the ability to downgrade it to mono. I don't do that. I just downgrade it to mono and then I go ahead and run my filters from there. So click OK. Now under our tools, apply macros, we now see an ACX. So let's go ahead and open that file back up. And here's our chapter file. We're just going to open the original. And once again, let's go ahead and select the whole thing, run an ACX check. We'll see that this guy still fails our ACX check. Okay, this succeeds, this is less than, this is passes, so clip fails to meet it. All right, so we're going to close that guy out. And then what we're going to do is simply run our macro. So tools, apply, macros, ACX. Here it's running the equalization. It's going to run our RMS. Now, of note, it saves those settings. So even if I have to go in and change around some of the settings for some other file manipulation that I am doing, okay, then it's still going to, the macro is still going to run the exact settings that we want to run. So now it looks the same as it did. Let's rerun our ACX checker, and this one should actually pass the requirements. And here we have a passes all requirements. So there we are. We have showed you how to install a plugin. You need to download the plugin, install it, and then enable it. And then we walked through the 3 settings that you need to do for audiobook final mastering for ACX. And then we created a macro, so now you can simply apply all 3 of those steps in a single step utilizing the macros tool in Audacity. So thanks for watching this video. Again, this is the audiobook for Synaptergy, which is due out in May 12th. The audiobook will probably be later than that, but the print and the ebook are scheduled to be out around May 12th. Keep an eye out for the website for that information. And I hope that we have taught you how to get your writing done.